going on YouTube? So, if you are a streamer or trying to become a streamer just like me in the very beginning steps and you're trying to get your streaming setup, hard setup to look something like a real streamer would, I have the perfect tutorial for you because all the tutorials that I've found on YouTube are all outdated. I'm going to tell you how my setup works for me. Right now I'm using PlayStation 4, a TV as my monitor, um, this microphone, my Astro 50 headset, and um, Stream Deck, OBS, like your regular streaming software, especially if you're trying to stream to Twitch. So I'm going to run you guys through my setup, what worked for me. It took so long to set this up, but hopefully you guys will enjoy it. Cool. Alright guys, so what I'm going to do now is give you guys a quick rundown of everything that I've used so far in this process. From hardware to software, first we're going to start with hardware. The first thing that I've used, I guess you can start off with is the PlayStation Pro. I don't think I need to show you guys that. Everybody knows what a PlayStation Pro is or how to find one. But the next thing that I'm using is a capture card. So I am using the Avermedia capture card. It's actually called the Avermedia Live Game Portable 2 Plus. So far, it's been pretty great. I have no problems with it. I did buy it from Best Buy. Best Buy had it on stock. So I'm sure if you go to your local Best Buy, you'll have it as well. Next, I am using a Yeti Blackout as my mic. So the reason why I have headphones and mic is because my Astro50s are wireless and they don't go through the same aux port as the Avermedia wants me to. So I have to have a mic as well as a headset. So this is exactly the same headphones that I have. You could see in the previous video, like my introduction video. These are pretty awesome actually. This I bought from Walmart. It was actually more expensive, about $10 more. So if you're not in a rush, definitely get it from Amazon. But I was kind of in a rush. I wanted to set up my gaming system and stuff. Next, I was just as a caveat here, I do have a Stream Deck Mini. I thought it was kind of cool when I saw it in Best Buy as well. So Stream Deck Mini also was $100 in Best Buy. Get it from Amazon. Really isn't worth $100, but it's pretty cool to have if you're trying to stream and do a whole bunch of things at once. Next, well, I am running this through a Mac. Just any computer will work. I'm going to run through software. So first, the software that you're going to need to get is OBS. OBS stands for Open Broadcast Software, and they are ran through Windows, Mac, and Linux. So you shouldn't have any problems there. After that, if you don't have a Twitch account, make sure to go ahead and do that. Twitch, OBS are going to be your big main ones there. Also, after you buy your Avermedia capture card, you're going to have to download the capture card software from the website. It's easy as just opening the package and looking at the website to find the software to download for it. That's going to control your mic settings and everything. Now that I gave you guys this rundown, I'm going to go through and give you guys a map of everything that I've used from point A to point B so there's no confusions, and then I'll do a video on how to connect everything to everything, and hopefully you guys won't be confused. So we have our TV, Avermedia capture card, PlayStation, Yeti blackout mic, Astro 50 headset, laptop, and our Stream Deck, which isn't really important, but I decided to include it anyway. So let's start off with the important stuff. Our Avermedia capture card. First, this will go to the PlayStation and to the TV via HDMI input and output. It will also go to your laptop or any external USB device that will be considered a charger. I would prefer to use the laptop instead of anything else, just to keep everything all in order. Next, we are going to move on to our Yeti mic. We're going to make sure the mic is actually plugged up to the PlayStation so that the PlayStation recognizes that the Yeti mic is going to be your, I guess, your main voice mic instead of your headphones. Now the headphones, instead of being USB plugged into the PlayStation, they will be USB plugged into your computer. And then optical cabled into your PlayStation. Now that's all going to make sense later on when I show you all the steps in the PlayStation and in OBS to make sure that you have your party chat, your audio, and everything that you need to stream. And then you have your Stream Deck, which just goes into a USB port into your computer. So, Avermedia capture card goes to the PlayStation, TV, and to your computer for a power source. Then the Yeti mic will act as your mic for voice and be plugged into the PlayStation. What's also going to be plugged into the PlayStation is an optical cable that will come with your Astro50 wireless headset. After that, you will plug your USB from your Astro50 headset into the laptop and your Stream Deck, if you have one, into your laptop as well. Alright, now moving on to the PlayStation settings. I'm going to show you the ins and outs of everything you need when it comes to your mic and when it comes to your Astro50 headset. So, first thing you need to go do is go to your settings. After that, you go to Devices, Audio, and make sure that your input device is set to the Yeti stereo microphone. Obviously, before you do any of this, you need to make sure that you plugged up all the hardware that I showed you guys before and make sure everything is set up. If it's all set up correctly, you will see your USB headset Yeti stereo microphone as an option when you click on the input device settings. Also, another important thing to note is that if your output device is not set to your TV, this whole process will not work right. It took me about 20 minutes to figure that out, and I feel stupid about it. So, input device, Yeti stereo microphone, output device, TV or AV amplifier. Another important thing to note is that when you are setting up your Avermedia capture card, if Enable HDCP is checked on your PlayStation, the capture card isn't going to work. So when you set up your capture card and when you're going through all the settings for that, make sure in your PlayStation the HDCP is unchecked. So after making sure your audio output settings are set up, you're going to go back into the settings and go to Sound and Screen. Then you go to Audio Output Settings. From here, you're going to be changing your primary output from the HDMI out to the digital out optical cable, as well as changing your audio format to bitstream Dolby. This is going to make sure that your PlayStation will be connecting all audio sources into the optical cable instead of the HDMI cable so that you'll be able to hear your stream correctly. Bitstream Dolby is just a better format so that you'll have a sharper audio setting. Alright, now moving on to the Astro50 headset. So when you get OBS loaded up, it's going to look something like this. It's going to be a blank screen. There's nothing going to be there. That's fine. You can add all of your stuff that you want later. But for this, since I'm doing displays capture, I have to keep this on. Now, in OBS, where you need to go is you need to go to settings. After that, you go to audio and mic/auxiliary audio device. Now this should be Astro A50 voice. This basically is taking your Astro 50 headset voice and making sure OBS is able to hear it to cross-reference it into your streaming. Now don't worry, your mic and your Astro 50 headset won't have any problems or any overlap when it comes to streaming or when it comes to chat audio. Don't worry about that. Just make sure that the Astro 50 headset is set up just like this. Now, the most important part of this process is making sure that you have this audio input capture source designated for device Live Game Portable 2 or your capture card. The reason this is important is because your capture card is getting the sound from the PlayStation and from the TV. And if you don't have this audio input in, you won't be able to hear the sound from your stream or from your party / party chat. So this is a big deal when you make sure and you set up your OBS and all your overlays, your camera and everything. Make sure that you have audio input capture set for your capture card. Awesome. Now that everything is set and you're sure that everything works, you try to test it with OBS and you're ready to start streaming, you're ready to go ahead and start your game. You can test it out quickly by going into parties. For example, I'll test it out with my friend's party right here. Hey Philip, say hi. I'm making a YouTube video. Alright. I'm gone. Good night, guys.
Good night.
And that's how easy it is. I hope this video worked well for you. And if anything doesn't work, please comment and I will try to help you out as best as I can. Awesome. Thank you.